Let's move on to the next part of the lesson, nerve system and sense organs. In the first part, you have learned about nerves, kinds of nerves and reflex actions. In part 2, you will be learning about the most important organ of our body. Let's continue. So children, now we are going to learn about the most important organ of the nervous system, the brain. Okay? As you all know, the brain is inside our head and it is the organ in charge of controlling and regulating everything that our body does. Our brain is always active. Do you know that? Even when we sleep and keeps us alive as it controls our heartbeat and our breathing. It is the control center of our body. Our brain looks like one half of a giant walnut. You can see a picture of walnut here. This is a walnut. Okay, our brain looks like this. It is of grayish pink in color and has many folds and wrinkles on its surface. It is divided into left and right halves. By the time a person is 6 years old, the brain grows to its full size and weighs about 1.4 kilograms. The brain is very delicate and well protected. It is surrounded by sacs filled with fluid. These serve as cushions. The brain and the fluid sacs are covered by hard bony skull. The skull protects the brain from shocks, jerks and bumps. Sometimes you may get headache when you feel very hungry, right? You know, this is a sign that your brain cells need more food. Do you know the brain needs lot of food and oxygen? It uses nearly 1/4 of all the oxygen used by the body. So, if the brain goes without oxygen even for 3 to 5 minutes, serious damage can result. We may get headache that time. That is the reason, okay? The human brain has three major parts. They are cerebrum, cerebellum and brainstem. Look at this picture. This is a cerebrum. Here this is a cerebellum and here this is the brainstem. Do you know different parts of our brain controls different functions? Okay, let's learn about each part of our brain. Let's start with the largest part of the brain, that is the cerebrum. You know, cerebrum makes up 90% of the brain tissues. That means that is the largest part of our brain. It has many grooves and folds. The cerebrum controls our speech, memory and intelligence. It also controls our senses. That means whatever we see, touch, taste, smell, think or imagine is controlled by our cerebrum. So cerebrum is the largest part of our brain. The second major part of the brain is the cerebellum. You can see cerebellum here. It is beneath the cerebrum. This part is cerebrum and this part is the cerebellum. The cerebellum helps you to balance and move your muscles. That means it controls our voluntary movements like walking, dancing, painting, etc. Voluntary movements means movement with our own choice. For example, if we want, we can walk. If we want to write, we can write. If we want to run, we can run. Such movements are called voluntary movements. So cerebellum controls our voluntary movements like walking, dancing, writing, etc. It helps to keep muscle movement smooth smooth and effective when you run or ride a bicycle. It also helps to keep our balance. You know, you can walk without falling because of your cerebellum. So in short, we can say that cerebellum helps us to balance our body and move our muscles. Okay. Let's move on to the next part of the brain, that is medulla or the brainstem. Okay, so the third major part of the brain is medulla or the brainstem. Look at this picture. You can see the brainstem over here. This is the brainstem or medulla, the part which is connected to the spinal cord. Okay, the spinal cord passes through our backbone. It is in our back. It is a cable of nerves through which messages pass between the brain and the rest of the body. Okay, so the medulla connects the spinal cord. This medulla is near to cerebellum and cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part, then cerebellum, then the third part is medulla or the brainstem. Okay. So the brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord. Then what is its function? It controls our involuntary actions like breathing, blood circulation, heartbeat, muscle movement of the digestive system, etc. All these actions are automatic actions, involuntary actions without our choice. Okay. So it is not in our control. So all these actions are controlled by our medulla or the brainstem. Okay. So now you have learnt about the three major parts of the brain. Do you remember all children? Let's have a recap. Okay. The three major parts of the brain are the cerebrum, the cerebellum and the brainstem. Okay. What are the functions? Cerebrum controls our sensing, thinking, speech, intelligence, etc. Cerebellum controls our movements and balance. Then the brainstem or the medulla controls the automatic actions in our body like breathing, digestion, blood circulation, etc. So that is about the three major parts of the brain. Hope you all understood. Now you have to draw, color and label the parts of the human brain in your EVS notebook. See, two pictures are given here. You can draw any one of these. It's very easy to draw. Okay, draw it, practice it and label it. Labeling is not given here. You have to label it yourself. The three major part of the brain. Okay. That's about the second part of the lesson, children. Okay. Thank you.